It's my worst fear realized. It is a nightmare.
Caitlin Gerbach had tumors on her ovaries in her 20s, so she froze 4 embryos and 10 eggs at University Hospital's fertility clinic in Cleveland.
It was my future. It was all, hopes and dreams that I had for the rest of my life were based around being a mom. And now that's, been taken from me.
Gerbach is planning to file suit after learning her embryos and eggs were in the tank that malfunctioned. 2 class action lawsuits were filed this morning in Cleveland. One alleges alarms did go off when the tank became too warm on Saturday night, March 3rd. But, quote, nobody was at the clinic to hear or answer those alarms. By the time the clinic staff returned the next day, it was too late.
This just can't happen. It should never happen again.
That law firm has already heard from families in San Francisco, too. Patients at the Pacific Fertility Clinic just learned of a similar failure. A single piece of equipment lost liquid nitrogen for a brief period of time, the clinic said in part. We have brought in independent experts and are conducting a full investigation. Fertility labs are largely self-regulated, accredited by industry groups, and inspected on average every 2 years. A leading fertility doctor doubts the 2 failures are linked.
To have 2 of these simultaneously happen would be to have a commercial airline crash in both California and Ohio on the same day.
Both labs are apologizing to patients.
We are so very, very sorry. We, again, want to do all that we can to support them.
Lester, the industry group that inspects these labs, most of the fertility labs, told me today that there's no requirement to report problems unless there's a complaint filed or a negative news story. In fact, the clinic in Cleveland didn't report anything until after our story aired last week. The San Francisco lab reported it just yesterday, a week after its malfunction.
Your heart just breaks for these families. How do they determine what's viable and what's not?
So the saddest part is that there's no way to know unless you try to get pregnant using these embryos and these eggs. So until they take them out of storage and try, they won't know.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.